All right, you can see on the shallow end up here, I'm gonna turn this camera. There's not very much water depth, right? Just a few feet and it goes up to nothing. And where that grass line starts is not completely dry, but it's a good indicator of kind of what's happened here. And reestablishing depth is really important. They had a fish kill out here a couple years ago, and they had the county come out and look. The guy couldn't give any, solid advice as to why it happened, but they had a pretty big kill 2 years ago. And in looking at this now, it seems to me that it was probably heat and stress related, because the fish just didn't have many places to get out of the water. Temperature gets up. That means the stress gets up on the fish. And any little thing that happens after that, after they're highly stressed, can kill them. So getting some depth back in here, getting that dug down and getting some depth back, we're kind of getting into the area where I've talked about it before, where you're getting too shallow. We don't want it too shallow, and we also don't want it too deep, because digging it out too deep, then we create turnover issues. You can have problems with turnover where the warm layer of water at the top is smaller than the cold layer of water on the bottom. If you have a higher volume of cold water on the bottom than you do on top, when it turns over, you can kill fish that way, because the oxygen will diffuse across at that point, and you have a huge volume of water that basically lacks oxygen and can kill your fish that way. I don't think that's what they had here, because they don't have a whole bunch of cold water. They don't have any cold water because it's too shallow. So I think the kill might have been more heat stress related. It could possibly be with the agriculture. Could it possibly be runoff from agriculture, something they sprayed that washed in? It's hard to say after the fact, but the combination of the fish killed 2 years ago and the drought, and now that we've pulled it down, it's kind of making my job easier. There's not as many dead fish to have to worry about. The birds are out here picking it all clean, and it's not smelling bad even, really. So it's all good. More later.